So we are live with this great edition of live stream with Snubeaver from the Monad team and our founder Shashank. Snubeaver, can you give us a little intro about yourself and what you guys do at Monad and everything?
Yeah, really grateful to be here. Thank you for inviting. My name is Jeff. My actual name is Jeff, and I'm currently working at the AI ecosystem team in Monad. So, to give you a brief introduction of Monad, Monad is a super performant EVM chain, and we try to bring the best of two worlds, which is performance and also the composability. So,
Mhm.
because we are really even equivalent, like uh, we kind of like give composability to every EVM builders that use Solidity and the relevant dev resources to kind of really easily, frictionlessly get onboarded on the Monad side. And also for the retail side, we provide really fast speed transactions and low fee gas to give them also the frictionless experience like they're using a Web2 services. Yeah, that's pretty much about it.
Yeah, that's pretty good,
Perfect.
man. Yeah. How long have you been working at Monad?
It's been I think it's been 4 months now. Yeah.
And what did you do before this?
Yeah, so I actually did my master degree on AI.
Oh,
When I
nice.
was studying AI, my main focus of my research was on graph neural networks
Uh-huh.
and recommendation system. And I also had have some papers on triple AI and KDD. Back in the days. Yeah. And
Yeah.
after Yeah, I'm really like having hard time following the researches these days. It's just changing so fast. And
Yeah.
yeah, after yeah,
Yeah, I remember those early days. So I used to do research back in college as well during my master's, but it was
mhm,
more about computer vision side of AI.
yeah,
And at that time, it was like the boom period for computer vision.
yeah,
I believe now it's more about NLP, but at that time, yeah, it was all about vision, CNNs. And unless you read papers from archive, you were like
mhm,
behind
yeah,
so much.
that's true. Yeah, I was also in the period like where we had like Elmo, BERT, like we never called it like LLM. It was LLM. It was like NLP, right? Natural language
Yeah,
processing. And yeah, at that time, like vision was always the top tier thing to go for, and
yeah,
NLP was a bit more unpopular thing. And
yeah,
yeah, now it's changed everything, but still, yeah.
yeah. Yeah, completely flipped. Because I remember from our NLP course, the professor gave an assignment where we had to try both neural and non-neural methods and
Mhm,
figure out which one worked the best. Because there
mhm.
wasn't consensus that neural approaches are better.
Yeah,
So yeah, weird times.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So.
after doing the master, I also yeah, I did some like professional life in AI, and then I founded one of the startup Web3 startup.
Mhm,
I did yeah. Well, first at beginning I did a prediction market, but it
mhm.
didn't work well, and then I did some like a DeFi project, and yeah, that's still live summer, and then yeah, after that I joined Monad.
That's pretty cool. How's your experience with Web3 has been compared to AI research?
Um, yeah, I think it's really different because what I felt during I was doing the AI research was that I felt it really like a bit distanced with the reality, I think, because
Mhm.
I'm sure that you'll know, but like when you're writing a paper, it's all about like improving the benchmark, right? It's
Yep.
just like adding some tactics and changing some loss functions to kind of
Mhm.
boost up the like a validation score and
Mhm.
accuracy score to
Mhm.
getting onboarded for the conference paper. And like I do that every time, like changing the parameters to like find the optimized like learning rate and like those hyperparameters. And it felt really like kind of uh yeah, like yeah, it didn't really felt good for me. So I wanted
Mhm.
to find something real, and that's why I came out from the academic field to like more of an industrial level. And yeah, I ended up here what a journey.
Yeah, man, pretty cool because everyone who starts doing ML kind of gets to that phase where they believe it would be about discovering new approaches or like coming up with something totally new to make machines learn. But in the
Mhm.
end, it's always, oh, here are the 10 algorithms, here are
Yeah,
10 ways to filter the data, and here are like approaches for hyperparameter tuning. Just come up
mhm.
with something that gets the best results. If it doesn't, just shake it up a bit and
Yeah,
you might get something good.
yeah. Like I remember like when there was a GAN, the paper,
Mhm. Mhm.
when the GAN first came out, like there
Yep.
was so many variety of GAN. So like there were K GAN, VE GAN, like LE GAN, like every piece
Yeah.
of GAN was there. Like yeah, it was. I kind of, I mean, like, I think those are valuable because
Mhm.
in some of the domains and some specific call, like a vertical of it, those kind
Mhm.
of algorithm actually kind of helps the performance and really helps in a real world. But for me, I felt a bit like I think I was not the best person to do that. So yeah,
Yeah, but I tried doing GANs, but was unable to. It was so difficult to get them to
yeah,
converge.
stabilize, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Only the
it's
ones who trained it knows it. It's really hard to
yeah,
like
it's black
stabilize
magic,
it.
bro.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
there's no science. It's just magic.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how have been things with Monad? How are you guys looking at AI right now?
Mhm.
Some ecosystem projects and the long term vision with AI.
So, in Monad, we try to like broaden our span to all the different sectors in the crypto AI stack,
Mhm.
and yeah, from the infrastructural level, so that every AI dApps that are onboarded on Monad can utilize those infras, and also to the application level, because I think that's where those like networking effect of retails really puts power.
Mhm.
So yeah, we are trying to cover all those spans right now. And yeah, for infrastructural level, I think data is definitely one of the core focus that we have because I personally believe that data layer is one of the good thing, like the what blockchain really does well.
Mhm.
And yeah, Grass did really good job on the like their like mass adoption and kind of really like showed what like data collection is, I
Mhm.
think. And now more projects, data different projects are moving forward to going beyond the login wall to get some more private and proprietary data to
Mhm.
provide more valuable data. And also Monad has those several projects that are working on that. One is called Stella Network. They are collecting Twitter data from the users, and
Mhm.
actually, those Twitter data is actually used in several dApps in Monad. For example, there's a one of the leading meme pad is called Nada Fun, and they
Mhm.
use this Twitter signal to show the trending social tokens so the users can react to. And also,
Mhm.
there's a trading bot called Snabax. They also use this signal from the KOLs so that they
Mhm.
can alarm the users in the Telegram that this kind of token has been mentioned and whatever. So those kind of real use cases are happening inside our ecosystem. So that's really good to see.
Honest.
And other inference will be compute and inferences.
Mhm.
So those are I think for compute there are many big players like Hyperbolic and Ionet where we're in a really friendly relationship with them. I'm not sure we'll be like having like our own native project to build the compute layer because I think it's kind of more well suited for layer like another blockchain to do it. So it's kind of on the gray area, but yeah, we're having a really good relationship with Hyperbolic and Ionet right now. And
Mhm.
for inference, um, so yeah, I think like for inference, my point of view on AI in the future is more of a like a multi-agent system with a hierarchical level. So
Mhm.
many talk about like swarms and multi-agent systems, but in my view, when we think of the human labor, when you go to a factory, every like specific jobs are actually really divisioned by the specific labor, and it's really optimized. And that's
Yep.
actually what makes this whole system really efficient, right?
Yep.
I think that's what I want to see from the AI agent side, is that because like everybody is trying to use a big model, like biggest model possible because it looks good, but actually most of the tasks that we do and we ask agents to do is really simple tasks that
Yep.
even automation can do. So we do not need that kind of big models. It's really waste of cost computation to do like scraping with like DeepSeek R1, right?
Yep.
So I think it should be more of a like a big model doing an expensive task like orchestration and dividing a big task to a subtasks, while small inference models, if inference machines can handle some of the subtasks that is really easy to handle with a small model. And I think in that end, there's a project on Monet called 42, and they're building this edge computing decentralized inference layer where like any kind of consumer device like laptop or even your smartphone can run this small models to do small tasks. So eventually, this is going to be the inference model that anybody can use with any kind of device. And I think this is kind of the future of what like subtasks can be handled in. So yeah, I don't think like everybody needs like DeepSeek R1 or like O4, like yeah, OpenAI. We do not need all those things. So I think 42 is on that way, and that's really good for us.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Uh,
I think that's pretty it for the info.
just to add here, funny you bring that up because that's kind of our thesis too. That it's not going to be one big model handling everything, because that's
Yeah.
highly inefficient. I just need to get something from the web. Why do I need a 100 trillion parameter model? It's
Sure.
just so inefficient. So yeah, that's why even on our platform we have like different spaces, and there are
Yeah.
agents being created specialized for those spaces. So your agent is really good at one thing. It's highly efficient, and that's how it gets better. So yeah, I definitely agree with that. It's gonna be uh, the labor market is gonna be kind of similar what it is right now, but instead of humans, it's gonna be more specialized agents. And then that makes more sense, because even if you start with one big model, it's cheaper and more efficient to run like smaller models for each specialized task. So you will eventually get to that. It just that's how it should diffuse over time.
Yeah. And also, like, as you know, like really big LLMs do really worse on the multi-step tasks, because if you say like the accuracy is 90%, and if you do this like 10 times, then this error like the percentage gets accumulated. So it was 90% at the first time, it goes 81%. And then if you go 10 times, it goes like 35%, right? So if you use like a Bing model to reason, like do a chain of thought, then it actually can like diminish the performance itself. So I think it'll eventually go to the way of like doing a subtask in a small models, and Bing models doing the orchestration or the planning, like in a manager of this factory.
Yeah, and one of the reasons I think it happens is when you're using a big model, there's just so much information there compressed on those weights, and
Yeah,
there's so much to hallucinate. When you're talking
that's
about
true.
something, there's so many things you can c- uh, uh, like wrongly assume it to be when you know everything. So if even if you increase chance of hallucination by like 1 or 2%, when it's chain of thought, it just keeps on getting multiplied, and after probably 10, 20 steps, you can't guarantee like at all that you will be getting good results. Whereas in case of smaller LLMs, they are specialized for one task, so they don't have much to hallucinate about, because there's only few things they know. It's difficult to get things wrong when you only know a few things. And when you multiply them, the after probably 10, 20 steps, the difference in errors is like it's a lot. So yeah, I definitely agree. Smaller models are better suited for reasoning tasks.
Yeah, and also like it if it's a small model that focus on a specific task, it's really
Mhm.
okay to overfit it because
Yeah.
problem of the overfitting is on the generalization part. But if
Mhm.
you're just focusing on a single task and if you have enough data set to kind of like a label the right and wrong jobs of it, then
Mhm.
it's pretty okay. You just overfit on that specific performance so that you can just really make a model that is only going to be used on this specific task. So that's also the good part of it.
Yeah, that kind of reminds me of that bias variance trade-off
Yeah,
from ML,
yeah,
where
yeah, yeah, yeah.
you can be more biased towards one thing and reduce the variance. So yeah, kind of similar. So yeah, helpful.
Yeah. We can decrease the variance and increase the bias in this case.
Yep, definitely. Especially when I want to do my homework and get my equation solved. Probably that's probably one of the biggest use cases. Have you seen that OpenAI usage graph where it kind of went like this
Mhm.
when the college students stopped using it when their free
Oh,
trial ended? So the probably the biggest use case of ChatGPT was students using it in their assignments, exams, or for cheating. You never know.
yeah. I laugh. Same for me. So
Yeah, I mean, at this point, if you're a student and not using ChatGPT, you're at a competitive disadvantage. Can't do
yeah,
anything about
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
You have
Also,
to follow it.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Also, coming back to the compute layer, I don't really believe it's that well suited for blockchain. Okay, my argument is blockchains are really good at coordination, whereas
Hmm.
compute layer is meant more for compute layer is GPUs. It's a group of
Hmm.
GPUs.
Yeah.
So if you're using them for training, it's better to be co-located, and hyperscalers are more suited for that. For
Hmm.
inference, it can work for smaller models where one model could be fitted in one GPU. But even there, that compute device isn't going to be on chain. Only the coordination mechanism is going to be on chain. So it's not directly important, but like important when you need to coordinate thousands of GPUs
Hmm.
at the macro level.
Yeah, yeah. I really agree with you on that point that like those like centralized warehouses that the big tech has is gonna be like the hyperscalers has is gonna be way more efficient on the training. And I think like the current projects like Nose Research or Prime Intellect are trying to do is I think they're trying to make some alternatives that are not from not too much rely on those big techs. And
Mhm.
I think that's also really, I mean, like, I'm not sure that they will be building a better model than OpenAI or Anthropic or
Mhm.
like they might Google, like Google, but I think that is really necessary alternatives that we have to have in sort of humanity, I think. Yeah, I think like yeah, it's more on that aspect that I'm viewing.
Yeah, that's probably a good way to look at it because it's kind of our survival bet if you believe in AI doomerism.
Hmm.
Because getting a high performing model, it's not just about compute. That part is already solved for probably all big tech companies. It's
Hmm.
more about architectural improvement and things you do on the data side, how high quality your data is, how good you are at with synthetic data, and also the evaluation. So that's where the improvement comes from. So just doing the compute part right won't really get you those improvements, but it definitely removes complete reliability on hyperscalers and the GPU owners.
Yeah, yeah. Definitely like I think these days I'm seeing a lot of research papers from Prime Intellect, also from the nose, but I think like my like skepticism on like will blockchain really be able to like train models, can post-train models are being kind of lifted these days because the yeah, their like improvements is really astonishing, I think. How they
Mhm.
try to like overcome this like high latency, low throughput problem of those heterogeneous devices.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think the progress they're making is really fast, and really looking forward to it.
Oh yeah, it's a great read.
Yeah,
I've definitely gone through a lot of them during my weekend paper reads, and they're fun. But
yeah,
even right now, if I have to train my model, I would rather rent a GPU and fine tune my model there. so
that's
I,
true.
I mean, it needs a lot of improvements right now. And
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, even look at Meta. They have like thousands of GPUs,
Mhm.
and still they are unable to train models which are competitive with others, because it's
Mhm.
not really about GPUs. Even if
Yeah,
you have those, you cannot create models that people want to use.
yeah. That's not all, definitely.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, like, in terms of GPU, I think another topic was really interesting in the recent days was the tokenization of GPU and like RWA-fi of
Mhm.
GPU.
Yep.
And I think that kind of makes sense because it's just like a CAPEX, right? So
Mhm.
GPU is um uh, especially the high performing ones that everybody wants is really expensive,
Mhm.
and we need like initial really huge amount of contract in order to have a deal with Nvidia,
Mhm.
and in order to gain those, like individual companies won't be able to do those. So I
Mhm.
think this kind of like RWA file on GPUs can aggregate different demands from different companies to have a contract with those big players and get earn of it, and then they can also pay back some of the yields that getting from those loans. So I think, yeah, RWA5 GPU definitely makes sense, and also, yeah, really following on some of the projects right now.
Yeah. Can you explain for our listeners how that really works? Like the
Oh,
macro side of it?
sure. So um, just to be fine, I'm not an expert on this. I'm just like another listener on this part. But yeah, so it's basically, there's a vault
Mhm.
for example, USD, and then
Mhm.
you can just gather USDT and USDC. So it's
Mhm.
kind of you're lending this USDT to a purchaser so that he can buy a GPU. And
Mhm.
in return, you get like a proof of your contribution
Mhm.
in terms maybe NFT or fungible tokens. And
Mhm.
then um, this contractor kind of makes a contract between the loaner
Mhm.
and the purchaser to
Mhm.
pay a interest like monthly or yearly.
Mhm.
And uh, because it's GPU is pretty predictable, and
Mhm.
even if it's a different GPU, it's kind of fungible in many sense. I
Mhm.
mean, like this GPU and this GPU, even if it's in different location, we can
Mhm.
kind of assume that it has pretty same value, because
Mhm.
that's what other like hyperscalers assume.
Mhm.
So yeah, that's basically how they do it. So they gather a lot of money, buy a GPU, and they will sell this, like borrow lend this GPU to others, and they'll be
Mhm.
paying for this, and we're gonna
Mhm.
be sharing this profit with the people who invested on this vault. So
Mhm.
this is kind of similar to the other RWAs, but it's based on GPUs.
Oh, nice. So it's like debt style fundraising.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, in this case, it's GPU, and I think it's more fungible. Yeah, it's more marketable, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if you look at it at the top level, like in a Web 2 way,
Mhm.
you're a company and you're issuing bonds, and people are paying you money. You're using that money to buy GPUs, and using the money you are making from the GPUs, you are like making people payments for those bonds.
Yeah. Yeah, I think like I immediately thought about Pendle for this. I think
Yeah.
that really goes along well with, yeah.
Ah, nice. Okay, cool. So were you with Monad at the time when AI agents were at their rage?
No, you mean like a goat and virtual period?
Yeah, but like so many of them, it was
Yeah.
like the thing at that time.
No, I was doing my own business at the time.
Oh, okay. Oh, nice. Yeah, I mean, so that was a time. I mean, you were still in crypto, so you know what happened.
Mhm.
People just launched tokens on AI agents, and they were doing just shit talking on Twitter, and they had their own tokens, which were purely fueled by just speculation. And that went on for quite a while, and then it kind of went down because people got bored of just AI replies in their chats, and they should have. And yeah, right now people are like totally out of those, and they expect agents to do more. And I think it's a positive development. How was your experience going through that?
Oh yeah, I mean, like I think the truth terminal experiment, I should say, is
Mhm.
kind of I thought it was really clever to do it.
Oh yeah.
I've seen a lot of like this kind of social experience. I think OpenAI neural MMO was I think one of this kind. They kind
Mhm.
of like throw every agents on a like a space and see how they evolve kind of thing.
Mhm.
And I think gospel the truth terminal was pretty much on the same level.
Mhm.
But I think like it really went along with the meme like period at that time, and somebody just launched like Go token on the pump, and
Mhm.
then like he threw some of those to Andy, right? That's what I
Mhm.
remember. And yeah, so that was kind of like a monumental moment for I think crypto intersecting with AI, I think,
Yeah.
and that's I remember those period because at that time people were keep asking to me because they know that I did like some AI stuff, like what
Mhm.
is AI, what is this like goat, is it really AI doing this kind of questions, and
Mhm.
then I was really like surprised that people this the power of those like meme trading, that how
Mhm.
this can like build a narrative and like
Mhm.
get people's attention. So I agree that that was the moment where like AI and crypto intersection started, but also
Mhm.
that was the moment that it was been more like framed into the like a meme culture, I think.
Mhm.
But I think the good part is when the capital like pays attention to a certain topic,
Mhm.
innovation always follows. So
Oh
I
yeah.
think it was same for the AI intersecting with crypto. And
Mhm.
I think virtual was on really on the good position at that moment.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, their platform is also really like if you like dig deep into it, I think they thought a lot to build this project, and also the recent ACPs. I really like the idea, but
Mhm.
still, yeah, I think that's how the like AI intersecting with crypto started, and yeah, I think like current landscape of AI kind of were designed from that moment of the truth terminal. So
I would argue it started before that, probably from BitTensor,
mhm,
but that was more on the infra side, and users were just speculating on AI becoming a
yeah,
thing and just buying a part of it. Whereas these agentic meme coins were more about something you could see in action right now, and
mhm,
something which took people's attention, and something they could launch themselves. So
yeah,
I would say that was magical about it, because you could just go and launch an agent which was like a person talking online, talking shit, and like telling people things. And the kind of a natural evolution of meme coins, because meme coins are just static, don't do anything, but agent can like talk based on the style you program it to be.
mhm,
So yeah, it was like a fun intersection, and a good place to get users understand what AI can do. And probably that's how things start. Uh, I remember when we were doing our AI course, our professor used to tell, initially Siri was like super bad. It wasn't even AI,
yeah,
but they put in jokes in there, and that made it fun enough for people to interact with it. And
mhm,
even though it wasn't solving any problems, but it became famous, gained mindshare, and that kind of funded research and other uh, virtual assistants like that. And that's how we got Alexa and others.
yeah.
So yeah, attention markets work in funny ways. Even if it's incomplete, you just need to make it fun, and over time it just becomes better and better and better. Maybe not the same product, but other products which come out of it, just because this one thing existed.
Mhm. Yeah, I really agree. Because also I was really like a long-term fan on BitTensor. I started even before the subnet was there, and I think like it was there, but only like the people who knows that, because what I felt was it was not a like a token project. It was like a real AI project for me. It was like a
Mhm,
real AI startup kind of thing for me.
mhm,
And then I think what Goat did was it kind of showed the like a possibility of becoming
mhm.
a consumer end of it, and I think that like that continued on to the AI agent front that we are seeing right now.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, so for me, my favorite was AIXBT because
Hmm.
it was like really good. I
Yeah.
really appreciate the data pipelines that went into creating that. And its replies were consistent with its character, and the data sources were super good. Whenever you asked it something, it just replied with the most relevant information, and you can actually ask it questions and depend on the answers. So yeah, my favorite would be that.
I really want to know the secret sauce there. Like,
Yeah,
it's really good. Yeah, it's really good.
yeah. I mean, I've done data pipelines for apps like these in my previous jobs, and yeah, it's difficult what those guys
Yeah,
achieve.
it
Like
is.
super cool.
And yeah, and I think like the model itself is also really good. I think data is also really like updated and also really broad and good. But I think like how we process, should I say he or she, like how that process it
Mhm.
is really amazing. The insight that it brings is sometimes really frightens me, I think.
Yeah, I don't think they fine tune the model per se. It's more about uh, calling the right database, understanding
Hmm.
the user query, and
Hmm.
just getting the more relevant information out there. So, for example, if you ask it about the best yields out there, they did a good job of filtering out unnecessary coins, scammy coins,
Hmm.
and just getting the right result. And the
Hmm.
LLM is just there to present that result in a human readable manner. So the
Hmm.
work that went into taking a query, converting it into something that can be used to make database calls, and
Hmm.
finally getting the relevant results, filtering it out, and then presenting it back.
Hmm.
That's like super cool. Like hats off to
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Data is really important. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, what's your take on AI agents in the future?
Yeah, as I mentioned, I think basically I think AI agent is going to be more specialized and more hierarchized, I should say.
Mhm,
And I really believe in this like the like resembling the human labor stuff, that some of the subtasks will be done by really specialized domain experts,
mhm,
and there will be some of the like really general purpose models that are doing the orchestration and planning level.
mhm,
And also there's a regional like friction, I think, that
mhm,
for example, for payments, each country will have different regulation on the like agentic payments, and
mhm,
one agent won't be able to cover everything of those. So there will be regional experts that are going to be passed on it. I think
mhm.
it's going to be same on the law too. Harvey is doing well, but it doesn't know the Korean law, right?
Yeah.
And also like proprietary data, like medical data,
Mhm,
countries won't allow like those data to be like exported outside the country. In that case, there has to be a kind of local agents that are really um like specialized on doing that. So I think at the end of the day, this whole agentic like landscape is going to be looking more like a human work structure. And
mhm,
then yeah, really looking forward to it. And actually, like there's a one project in Monad. It's
mhm,
called Codius AI, and they
mhm,
are building this kind of orchestration layer for Monad right now.
mhm,
So they are also helping projects building the MCP server on top of their
mhm,
platforms. And
mhm,
when you like enter this app, they ask you like what kind of agent you want, and then if you
mhm,
just write like a in sentence like what kind of agent you want, it
mhm,
automatically like splits this sentence into different subtasks and query you which kind of MCP or agents it should use. And then
mhm,
it asks for permission to connect each of those. And then if you like say connect all, then it just like it even connects like the MCP of Telegram and Twitter, so that you can basically like make anything out of this agent. You can make a social agent. You can also make this like platform to create sophisticated DeFi strategies. Yeah, it's kind of really the orchestration thing that I thought. And then they really trained this the orchestration model really well. So it kind of works really well, and really looking forward like what it can do. I'm like kind of wishing this can be one of the like a really human language integration gateway for novice users to use like approach Monad ecosystem really easily. Yeah, that's one of my goal.
Oh, nice. Pretty cool. Yeah, that's a path a lot of ecosystems are taking, where it's difficult to interact with an ecosystem through wallets. Everyone has their own
Yeah,
wallets, lies for something or the other, but making them interact through natural language, through models, is super cool, as long as the model is good enough to understand user intent. Like, and it
yeah.
has to be like 100% of the times, because even if
Mhm.
you make a mistake like 1 out of 100, and a user make like 1,000 transactions, you are wrong a lot of times, and
Yeah,
it's
money
you can't
too.
afford that in a wallet.
Yeah, because usually like all the blockchain actions are pretty costly,
Yep.
and yeah, those consequences may be huge. So yeah,
Yeah, because even if
I
you
would-
get one transaction wrong, that transaction could be whole of your wallet. So
yeah,
you can't even get one of them wrong. So yeah, it's
that's
a
true.
yeah. Yeah. What do you think about like agent tokens in the shorter term? Because we have discussed more of longer term impacts of AI and
Uh-huh.
agents, but people would also be interested in, like, in the shorter term. What about the agent mindshare? How the agent's gonna do? Because right now there's probably two uh, uh, competing ideas right now in
Mhm.
crypto. One of them is about RWAs, and the other one is about AI agents, DeFi agents, and many more.
Mhm.
So, what do you think is going to pan out in like next few months?
I think in terms of token, I really don't know, because I always get wrong on my expectation. If I look at my balance, I know that I'm always wrong, so I cannot really say. Like,
Yeah, I mean, I could use that as signal. Whatever you say, I'll just buy the other stuff.
um, yeah, I think currently there are huge movements in RWA, I think. And
Hmm.
because yeah, I think it goes along with the like a stable coin like madness that is going on these days. It
Hmm.
kind of gets on top of that. And I think like one like a division, like one point that will shift, I think, will be the introduction of the like agentic payments, I think. When agents will be able to like really pay on like the web that we know, I think the usability of these agents will increase like skyrocketed, and
Hmm.
I think that will be the moment what when people will think agent is not just like a just token, but it's
So, so,
actually.
so yeah, just help me understand here, because I never get it. What do you mean when you say agents be able to pay? Because even right now, paying someone is like an API call,
Mhm,
an RPC call, right? So
mhm,
you can do RPC call through agents. So
mhm.
why do you think we cannot pay with agents right now?
Oh yeah, I think it's more on the like a traditional side.
Hmm.
Yeah, definitely agents can pay on chain onto any kind of on chain payments, but I
Hmm.
think the friction is there on the Web2 rail. So
Oh yeah.
the current payment rail on Web2 won't will like acknowledge AI agent as a bot
Hmm.
action, and it'll definitely cut it out as a fraud. But
Hmm.
like in order for agents to really like feel like for like retails to feel this AI agent really working, I think those payment has to be like solved. And then if that is solved, I think more use cases will be popping up for the AI agents. And I think that like that will be the moment where like this
Hmm.
shift can be going on from RWA to AI agents. But
Nice.
not a financial advice.
Yeah, I mean, so that's a pretty good way of looking at it, because the way I saw it, a killer use case has to emerge first, and then
Mhm.
the agents will take over in that space. But you say, if we just enable payments, then the killer use case will emerge by itself, because we enabled some new functionality, and then there's so much to build on that functionality. So yeah, that could be true. One of the things I like, one of my pet peeves is in all these demos, they always talk about booking your hotels through agents. I'm like, I find it easier to book my hotels through the websites because I'm more used to it. It's easier for me to like go through all the options. Whereas with an agent, I have to like fully depend on it. I can't see all the options. I can't select myself. So it's not like I won't call it the power use case of AI agents, but that will come in due time.
Yeah, I think people will eventually get used to it because we were really used to Google searching and then
Mhm.
picking a site from like a lot of choices. And
Mhm.
now for me, I usually do search on Perplexity, and
Mhm.
I think more and more like people are going to be using this answer machine instead of the search machine. And also Google is providing the like AI lab on top of their searches. So
Mhm.
I think like people are going to be more used to being comfortable and
Mhm.
not searching by themselves. And then those will be like similarly happening on, as you mentioned, like planning or choosing your appetite on like restaurant.
Mhm.
Eventually, people are going to be pretty reliant on those AI, I think. It's just a matter of time, I think.
Yeah, but I would argue that that's a different problem because when you're
Mhm,
searching for something, either there is one answer or possibly 10 options, and you want to look at all of them or choose some of them. The issue with Google is first, probably 6 or 7 options are ads.
mhm,
So that's an hassle. Whereas if you use Perplexity or any AI agent right now, it's you directly get your results. It's
mhm,
easier. So it makes your
mhm.
life easy. But when I'm booking a hotel, I have to choose the hotel, and it's not straightforward. And there's a lot of factors to consider, and
Mhm.
not all of them can be expressed in words.
Mm.
It's highly subjective. So I would say the recommendation engine will have to go a long way, and once they do
Yeah.
that, then they don't even need to show me the hotel. They can just directly book it, and it's easier.
Yeah, I think it's just about like the interface, I think. So
Mhm.
I think like for like bookings.com or like hotels.com, they also have like I think like in the list of them, I think 5 of them are going to be the advertisement for
Mhm.
them.
Mhm.
And I think like computer use agent is one of the other like aspect I'm really focusing on this is, and there's also one project on Monad, but I think this like computer use agent, what they're trying to do is they're learning the behavior of the users and try to customize it. And for
Mhm.
example, if I like use hotels.com 5 times, it basically kind of knows like what I want. Like
Mhm.
I always select like 5.5 like over 8 point ratings, and then I find like intermediate level of price, and I always like prefer scenery or prefer like accessibility to the subways. Like those kind
Mhm.
of patterns are going to be there, and
Yep.
I think yeah, I think it's just about uh data that are like how much personalized it will be,
Yep.
and also like interface that they will be providing. And
Mhm.
I don't think that answer machine has to like bring one answer. It can also like bring a briefly about like multiple answers to make
Mhm.
you like help choosing. And that's
Mhm.
also going to be also one like aspect of the answer machine. So yeah,
Mhm.
I think they will come.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely can because if you look at how our content consumption has evolved over time,
Mhm,
earlier you had to like subscribe to good pages, create bookmarks, and just look back at those pages that you were interested in. But
mhm,
now it's TikTok, and they figure out what you like, and you just swipe, and they show you what they know you will like.
mhm.
So yeah, it can probably and most definitely should happen in everything where recommendation engines become so good that you don't even have to take any action. You just state your intent,
Mhm.
and the agent just does everything for you.
Yeah. Yeah, I think like current LLM, like everybody like I don't think people say it anymore, but like I think like early this year and like yeah, last year, everybody
Mhm.
was talking about like prompt engineering. But
Mhm.
the word itself means that AI won't be understanding your intent, even
Oh,
though
yeah.
you use it for like 10 days or 20 days or 1 year.
Mhm.
Because yeah, I think it's just about like customization and
Mhm.
personalization. on
Yep.
how this machine is going to be better adapted to yourself to
Mhm.
kind of like understand your intent, even though you do not say that much. So I think like, yeah, I think that's why many projects are trying to build like an agentic browser, and there
Mhm.
are a lot of like projects trying to make this computers agents. That's
Mhm.
why that's because learning these like behavioral data from the user is going to be really valuable on building customized AI like models, and it's going to be really users are going to be building really
Mhm.
differentiated from the other models.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. And if you ask our users, you'll realize how much they value their prompts, because
Mhm,
the sessions are competitive, and
mhm.
your edge is the instruction you give to your agent. So everyone has the same LLMs, but based on your instructions, your agent
Oh
might do
yeah.
well or might not do well. So those instructions, the good ones, have their weight in gold. And our users are always reaching out for us to increase the instruction length, because
Uh-huh.
they find it difficult what they want to say in just those words. So yeah, it's fun when you can make AI do stuff.
Yeah, like I like seeing like your on your platform, seeing the live like session of the like tic-tac-toe. And I really see some like stupid beating strategists. Like
Yeah,
why is he doing it? Like, yeah,
yeah. I mean, it's
different
about drill
LLM,
switches. Yeah,
different prompt.
yeah. If you go to Discord, you'll see users asking for prompts, and there are some good Samaritans who help people out. That write it in this way. Don't say it like this. Say it like that. Say your instruction in this format and not this. So
Mhm.
making an AI follow your instructions is yeah, it's difficult, but once you learn it, it's super useful.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Okay, so we are towards the end of our time. So, Adil, we can probably do some questions.
Hey guys, so we have 1,700 people tuned in, a lot of fans from Monad, and
Ooh.
99% of the question is this. It's the same question said in multiple ways. Will Fraction AI and Monad collab in a new space?
Yeah, we can definitely do that. We just have to figure out, align things in a way which is useful for everyone.
Mhm.
And yeah, then we can definitely do it.
Yeah,
You guys
we
heard it.
like, yeah, we'll definitely love to like host some spaces from Fraction AI, and we really want to see the like a good like use case of the spaces so that we can leverage the platform that the Fraction AI has, that like compete between the agents so that it can evolve better, and then we can use that same agent to create more value outside this arena. It's gonna be the best use case. So we really want to find those like perfect spot between Fraction AI and Monad ecosystem to build that kind of space. Yeah.
Makes sense, makes perfect sense. We have only one question. It's on the funny side. Where do you guys stand in the latest AI feud? Are you Team Elon or Team Sam?
You can go first.
All right. We have no more questions. We have at least 30 questions that were all the same about like collaborations. Just want to say that you guys have a lot of fans in our community. Everybody's familiar with Monad and loves Monad. And yeah, thank you for your time. I wish there were more technical questions today, but it was more
Yeah,
hype today.
I
people
liked
are,
it.
yeah, more in the fun and cheerful mood.
Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you. And guys, follow Jeff here, Snubeaver, and follow Monad if you don't already.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Bye,
Have a good
everyone.
one, guys.
Mhm.